Hello and welcome back. This is
Hi.
episode number 6. Session 6. We're catching up with Burning Wheel. Session 6 of Old School Adventures. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Have you recovered from your either actual human sickness or your ooze-related trauma from the last week? How's everyone feeling today?
I've been great the whole time,
Good. I'm glad
except
to hear
for
that.
when my computer took like 15 to 20 minutes to do a thing that should have taken 1 to 2 seconds, which is why we're late. Sorry, everybody.
Computers. They're the cause of and solution to many, many of our problems.
That's true.
Yep.
Sometimes simultaneously.
Yeah, many, many times simultaneously. So we're going to be returning to the caves of chaos, or maybe you've just given up. Maybe the ooze has claimed you, and that's it.
No,
We're
that's
just
it.
gonna
We're
go
done
do
with these
something
caves.
different.
These caves suck.
Yeah, fuck the caves. We are out.
Yeah.
Actually, Eldrick loved the caves so much he's never leaving.
Yeah, he's become part of the caves now.
Like permanent.
Well, let's let's have a quick discussion about let's remind ourselves what happened last time. So,
Since you went down.
You're not sending me back there. I don't want to relive that.
I think it's clear in all of our minds what happened at the end. But let's for the sake of those in the audience and or Dave, who was not there for the trauma.
Dave, aren't you glad that no one played your characters last time?
Yeah, actually, you did a good job not being me and dead.
Is this just were you afraid for the shadow because the shadow is next in line for our lowest stat average dies?
No,
Okay.
he won't die. He'll break the mold.
Yeah, okay, but okay,
Mold.
that's fine.
Break the mold. That too soon, Dave. Too soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't break the game.
Yeah, more like the
So-
mold will break you
Exactly.
into a bunch of weird, gross, dissolved pieces.
In caves of chaos, mold breaks you.
Adam, can't see, but I'm pointing.
Oh,
and
for
it's
me to leave. I see.
Yeah. I'm sorry, everyone. This week's episode is canceled.
So there were several oozes where one might not expect there to have been. Gray oozes, in fact.
Always expect oozes.
Gray oozes were in the cave on the far end, the cave that had sort of grown over, and they were protecting, or well, inadvertently protecting a very expensive-looking chalice, which one of the hench people managed to grab and
Fucking
make away
got it.
with. Yes.
Got it. Successful encounter.
So
Got it.
while I mean, to be fair, it's when you get back and you get all that XP, you'll probably agree with that statement. But yeah, so prior to that though, what else happened? There was I seem to remember an encounter with some rats.
But yeah, that was last week.
Proper way through the rat problem.
Yeah.
Well, specifically, what's her name did?
Thistle.
Thistle. Yeah.
Thistle Turnipsworth.
Yeah, you befriended the largest, most intelligent
The
of the
Rat
rats.
King.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did happen last week?
We met some dwarves on the road back, and
While we were escorting that merchant.
yep.
Did you
No,
encounter
we found the merchant last week too.
prior? Yeah, I was gonna say. So we had
It
one of
started.
those.
We started in the keep, and we went back,
Yeah.
and then we were like, "Let's check out what happened to those hobbits. I mean, halflings, and they weren't there,
Yeah.
but they had murdered all of the kobolds and their babies, and
Little babies.
Yep.
and then we befriended some rats and sent them to the storeroom, and then I was like, "Oh wait, I want that sword," and then we went to get the sword, and then we found those merchants.
Yeah, so y'all had to deal with that, and I had to justify why there were 7 merchants this far into the dungeon. And so I was like, I don't know, maybe they are just hiding in this empty cave from some monsters outside, whatever. And then and then you brokered a deal to, in exchange for all of their goods, take them
Yeah.
to safety.
And
And
we
then
had to,
we
like,
ran into the goblins outside, and ventriloquism was used to the most useful effect so far.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Feldrick peaked, which was actually how we know that he was going to die. Like when you're watching the TV show, you're like, oh, he's having like a big scene where he's totally dying at the end of this episode.
Yeah.
It came true.
Yeah, because they were like arguing over because like Chunk was arguing with the goblins over whether we owed them, whether we had to technically turn the merchants over to them. And I think you decided to just be like, now we found them, we keep them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, is that what we put in the contract? And you're like, yup. And they were like, And then Feldrick cast his voice behind to be like, it seems fair. I'm a goblin.
That's right. Bolster
This
the
other
supporting
goblin who's
numbers.
also with you agrees. And they were like, 3 against 1.
Goblin democracy is not. It needs some work. It really they need to work on it. Maybe
It's a lot like human democracy that way.
yeah. Institute some
Yeah.
system. I don't know, but your ventriloquism version of the goblin cast the swing vote, and and so they let you go, and you returned to town. There was a brief interlude with some dwarves, and
We
then
heard a lot of drinking on Chunk's part.
yeah.
A lot of getting just so stoked about dwarves.
I'm so stoked about it.
And then on the way back to the keep, that's when you encountered the orcs, right?
No, we went back to the keep with all of the merchants, encountered the dwarves, then we were in the keep, then we sold off the stuff, then we were headed
Went
back.
Yeah.
Then we ran into the orcs.
Yeah.
And then we ran away from the orcs.
Yep.
I hope I don't have to remember this. It's not going to be on the quiz.
No.
No.
You weren't there.
Just look
so-
at the wiki. It's fine.
You weren't there. You were chilling.
Yeah,
on the
you
keep.
were. You didn't do any of that.
So you don't have to remember it. It's actually better if
Yeah.
you don't. You can just be like, "Why are you doing this? I'm confused."
Yeah,
Okay,
I
cool. So
I remember it because I remember weird details and I'm useless at other things. So
I mean, remembering details is a very, very useful ability that many of us do not have, myself included. So you, so you went back to the keep, and then that's when we had the triumphant and/or horrifying experience with the gray oozes.
when we went back to the
Yeah,
caves,
when you went back to the caves, that's right. Cool. So we resume with our brave adventurers outside the cave, the stinking ooze cave, which I have marked on your map for you.
Ooze Town.
And remaining alive in the party, we have Thistle Turnipsworth, Ingrid the Plain, Chunk Flunkins, Hawthorne, and Leanna Moneybags. Smirking Carlos is with you too, right?
No.
no.
Oh yeah, he was the one that didn't get hired.
Smirking Carlos is back in town. Smirking.
What are you giggling about?
Smoking collar.
I'm sorry, Dave. You're here. You missed some things.
Smirking.
Dave,
So
Dave,
smirking.
How funny, Dave.
Smirking Carlos was. There were three.
Okay.
Yeah, there were three characters that got hired. There was Dale the Mumbler.
We had options. We had Smirking Carlos, Dale the Mumbler, and Leanna Moneybags. Smirking Carlos deigned to accompany us, but Dale the Mumbler and Leanna Moneybags did come with. We killed
Yes.
one and elevated.
Yeah,
one to
Dale was among the fallen. Smirking Carlos, when presented with the option to join the party, merely went "feh" and smirked heartily. So he chose not to come along on the last mission. The Great Ooze
All
Caper.
of the hirelings so far have had these like little descriptor names.
Mhm.
Are they like? Did they introduce themselves as that, or did they just become that upon like appearing
No.
in the?
I mean, I don't know. I think
What do they mean?
I always roll on the same fantasy name generator for hirelings, so they always get great names like that.
I imagine that they're like, hi, it's me, Smirking Carlos. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's just a name.
Hi, I'm Carlos. Yeah, but which Carlos? You know,
Oh, Smirking
smirking Carlos.
I think it's like someone is like, oh, you're looking for adventures? You should
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
to
Totally.
that guy. We call him Smirking Carlos.
Yeah.
And there's like one guy in town who's making up nicknames for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to meet that guy.
Yeah.
I'll just
Phineas
tell
the
these
Namer.
guys that that's his name.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll-
he's the NPC in the game where you go to him if you get a character in your party and you don't like their name, you want to change it. Cool. Okay, so so you I think we talked about it last time. You want to return to the
keep.
Okay.
Because then we can pick up Dave's characters and Andrew's other hireling turned PC.
Yeah. Okay, so let's return you to Yon Keep, and when you arrive, the gods will smile upon you and not roll for random encounters. Maybe it's a holiday. Maybe it's a holiday of the gods, and we'll just allow you to return. I'll be a
Everyone's having a nap.
I'll be a benevolent. Yeah, exactly. The forces of it's a stat holiday for the forces of chaos. They're like, you actually see a bunch of orcs like on the road, and they're like, no, not today. We're sorry.
Union rules. Union rules.
Saint Krasgar's day. We can't work.
I love Saint Krasgar.
I don't love him, but I do love his day.
So on Saint Krasgar's Eve, you return to the keep.
Yay!
And rejoin with Rolf the Younger and the Shadow, who have made some friends in the dungeon. But first, I want to hand out some Chaos Mass presents. So you brought back just one piece of loot from that particular adventure, yeah, from that little bout. Okay, but you did.
Very pointedly.
Did you kill one of the oozes, or did you just? Let me check. Did you just hurt?
We just
them?
injured it.
I think you just injured it. Okay. So you fled, so you didn't defeat the oozes, so you don't get XP for that.
Yeah. Ingrid definitely injured an ooze, but I don't think she killed it. I think she injured it and then ran away.
I can check. I still have my encounter map here. The oozes. No, the oozes appear to two of the three have full hit points. So.
Yeah. And there was a third one that she injured, but I don't think she killed it because it was like.
Yeah, you injured it pretty good, but didn't kill the thing. Okay, cool. So everybody, you got the chalice was worth 1,300 gold. So that can be added to the supply, minus whatever it is that you promised before she gets upgraded to a PC. Before you promised.
Leanna was money up front.
Oh yeah. Okay. Good. Hence, right? Because moneybags would never accept money after the fact. Okay.
I have a plan. Can I steal the chalice from the merchant and then hand it back with roll, and then everyone hands it in?
No, you explicitly have to retrieve it from the wilds and bring it to the
What
civilization.
about stealing it from my party?
You don't even know we have it. You don't know we're coming back.
It just immediately converts to XP when you walk in the front door.
No.
Okay, so that's 1,300 divided by how many? You've got Hawthorne,
25.
Leanna, Chunk, Ingrid, and Thistle. Not bad.
That's the key. You go get a lot of loot and kill off all your friends.
Plus, did we already get XP for defeating the rats and that stuff?
No. So I'll find my list for that.
No, I think we did because didn't we do that when we came back?
Yeah, that was when you came back. I think this time you just went in, hit the cave, got oozed, and then fled.
Yeah, and we already got
that's right. That's
okay.
right.
Yeah, so
at the town. Yeah.
260 experience for each of the 5 of those characters.
Yeah.
Sweet.
See, Dale, this is Dale. Dave, this is what happens. Your characters stay safe and weren't killed by an ooze, but also they don't get 260 XP.
That's all right. There's more treasure where that came from. So, Rolf and the Shadow, you have befriended a new adventurer. Andrew, would you like to introduce us to your new character?
Yeah, he's an elf. His name is Loonbeam Starset.
Loonbeam. Don't shake your head, John. Your name is Hawthorne. Okay, all right, Loonbeam, and so you're an elf. Now you've randomly generated.
I thought you were gonna play Smirk and Carlos.
You've randomly generated your stats. No, Carlos is still in the tavern smirking.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Smirking unimpressedly. So Loonbeam, do you have an intelligence bonus?
Yes.
All right. Would you like to roll for your random language, Loonbeam?
Yeah, what do I roll again?
This one is a d20. I didn't have time to make this one a table, but I made a spell table for you. All right, randomly rolling. You got a 3. You speak dragon.
Oh yeah, I hope we never need to use it ever.
Yeah, best.
Loonbeam speaks dragon. Loonbeam dragon speaker star set.
And then what's my spell?
So there's a rollable table you can use. If you go up to the little like bullet point, you should see the table there. Do you have one
Good.
hit
I'm a
point?
1 HP elf.
Nice, 1 HP elves. Join the party.
Yep, welcome to the club.
Get that plate mail.
Sorry, Adam. Where's the table?
If you so you know where the little gear is in your Roll20 menu? It's
Yep.
top right. Next to it, there's a decks and tables list.
Oh, I see.
Do you see a random spell? You can click roll next to that. What'd you get? Nice, good. You can read
rolled
magic.
0?
Oh, good.
No, the 0 is just like a placeholder number in case there's an additional number attached to it. This was just the result. So cool. You can read.
Great. I've had
magic.
literally every bullshit spell.
Everyone? Are you sure there aren't any more?
I mean, that is the spell we need to learn new magic, so...
But the guy who had the scroll...
Both of the other wizards
Dissolved
were
by an
dissolved
ooze.
by oozes.
I know.
I mean, there's still a chance that spellbooks are made of hardy stuff, so there's still a chance if you want to go back and try and scavenge those spellbooks. Don't scowl at me. I see that face.
So that I can be a ventriloquist? Like, it's just not worth it.
Hey, it's literally been the most effective, second most effective spell after Hold Person.
Yeah.
So now that Leanna Moneybags has gone out into the world and found herself, what class does she ascend to upon becoming level 1?
So I think this whole experience was like an epiphany for her about the like horrifying arbitrarity of life and reality, and she's become a cleric of chaos.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're getting all bases covered. It's good.
Yeah, Chaos
Pretty
Cleric.
You know?
I mean, I feel like that's an appropriate choice. Go out in the world, watch some people. You have PTSD now and have chosen to turn to the dark religions.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
I guess we've had a cleric of every alignment now.
Yeah. What's cool about this is that I like that Liana essentially got power leveled, right? Like, she was level 0. She went out with more experienced characters. A bunch of them got killed. She came back and she's like, cool, now I get to start level 1, like, with almost 300 experience. Not bad.
Good. It's a good way to do it.
All right, so Rolf, the Shadow, and Loonbeam join the party.
Yay.
Is there anything? I know. It's hard to say, but we'll get used to it.
Will I though?
Loonbeam, star of her own TV show. That's so Loonbeam. So, is there anything else you want to do? Is there anything else you want to do in town before you return to the dungeon?
I want to go to the Namer and see about fixing Loonbeam. No,
I think we just have like money stuff to deal, like, you know, put the money in the bank, rebuy a couple of crossbow bolts, just little bits.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
So,
it's just like a quick stock up stop.
yep. Yeah. Anyone who needs to stock up on stuff, they can. So, what's the running
like we
what's the
need so
running
many
total
torches.
on the money situation?
I haven't done all the accounting yet, but we're around like, let's see, 8, 13, 12. We're over 2,000 gold now, I think,
Not bad.
in the bank account. I don't know the exact number, but it's around there.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Because there's been the only major expenditure has been blessings.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a blessing last time.
Yep, a couple of them took blessings.
Nice.
Yeah, we've kind of been spending because we don't really need the money otherwise right now. So a 600 gold blessing expense on a trip seemed like a decent thing to spend.
Did you manage to speak to, I think at the end of the last session that I was there for, we spoke to the guy about writing some more spell scrolls for us?
We talked to Yorick, yeah.
Know how much that would cost us?
No. We talked to Yorick again because we got blessings from him, but I don't think
I don't think it came up.
figured out
Yeah.
how much it would cost to have like a spell scroll written up.
Because, like, whole person just wins you fights. So like,
Yeah,
I
it's
want
it's like sleep that way.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely be interested in a sleep and hold person scrolls, but okay, are we in a position yet to get them, or are we? I think I missed the session where that was the first setup, so I don't know what.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
I think the thing was that that you like they weren't going to. Yeah, you need to grind rep first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
basically, yeah. It wasn't even that we didn't have enough money. He was like, yeah, theoretically that could be done for an appropriate donation. And we were like, what's an appropriate donation? And he's like, nah.
He's a busy man.
Yeah. So maybe if he likes us better in future, he will consider naming a price. But I think that's kind of where we were at with that.
So what's our rep grinding activity? Is it buying blessings or is it doing something else?
It would be
it's
like
mostly, like,
achieving
slang.
more stuff in the dungeon. Yeah, getting like clearing more of the caves.
Okay.
getting him a pet ooze.
Yeah, totally. God, can you imagine getting one of those oozes in like an ooze-proof container and bringing it back and just like letting it go in the keep? Like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Then we could loot all of the loot from the keep.
I mean, to be fair, all the NPCs, like the big-time NPCs in the keep, are very well equipped.
Mm-hmm. Magic all up.
Yeah, but it dissolves armor.
Magic
It does.
armor?
It does
Quickly.
dissolve armor. It's true, but not weapons, which is weird.
Yeah, but does it dissolve even magic armor?
Yes, magic armor. I think it's a saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah, if we were hardcore dungeon crawlers, we would go and collect some of the ooze in a something to, and you would use it to melt open doors or some shit like that. But
Yeah.
You put it in one of those like pump spray containers.
yeah.
We've got like a bingo dabber.
A mister. Yeah. Just...
Anytime the cat's misbehaving, you missed it with a little bit of gray ooze.
Oh my God.
Sorts it right.
Weaponize the gray ooze.
No. It's fine. We'll just have to make do with caustic soda.
Okay, well let's get into yon dungeon.
Yeah. Okay. So you wanna...
I feel like we used a lot of torches last time. Are we?
There was a lot of torch expenditure. Let's do a head
It was all
count
by
on
dead
torches.
people. People used their torches and then died, so it's fine.
Right, and
Yeah,
yeah,
I think you're-
keep in mind, people that died to the ooze, their equipment is unless
like
it was
gone.
magic.
I've written them both off completely.
Toast. Yeah.
Yeah. So we need torches, is what I think.
yeah.
My
Stock up.
loon beam has a lantern, and Leanna now has 12 torches.
We reached a milestone in the last session that the number of dead characters now equals the number of living adventurers. We hit the
That's
midpoint.
exciting.
Awesome.
Okay, so yeah, you can equip with whatever you need. Yeah, and then we have a brand new Loonbeam and Liana both have some like new character stuff. So let's see how we do on the way to the keep. Hope you don't run into this scary individual. All right, so y'all are here. Y'all in the keep.
Why does that tree have a crown?
Someone drew a crown on the tree and then moved the spoopy face onto it, and then it got bigger. And he's
The
king of
Spoopy
it's the
face
king.
came first, and then I
The
think
forest is really fucked up.
He's the king of Spoopy Forest. We know this, but
Yeah,
no
he's-
one has ever seen him in real life.
It's like that big tree from Kirby, and he drops apples on you.
yeah, and then he ends up being your friend later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the first day of travel along the road is a safe one. You encounter no strange creatures nor travelers upon the road. So mark off a day of rations. And your second day, much the same. You arrive at the keep, uninterrupted by anything but your own discomfort and the long travel of the road. So, when you arrive at the caves, you notice that this time there's still that warning sign stuck in the ground, warning everyone that Kobold Caves now belong to the goblins. The goblins have like sort of semi-officially taken over them, and the area, the sort of like the chasm, smells faintly of like wood smoke. Like there was and you can maybe see some like wafting up from the far end of the cave complex from where you are.
I was like, what smoke?
Wood.
Wood smoke. Oh.
Yeah.
And when you say the far end of the cave, do you mean like down by Ooze Town?
Yes, down by Ooze Town.
We should set Oostown on fire if that's not what they already did. That seems fun. Can you set fire to Ooze? Or are they like
Is
water?
ooze flammable or is it
Only
inflammable?
one way to.
Will it
Only
create
one way to
an
find out.
acid cloud?
It's the same difference as invincible or vincible. It's the same. Yeah, I don't know. You don't know if oozes are susceptible to disintegration by fire. But there has been a fire, a large enough fire that you can see the like remaining smoke kind of smoldering and smell it on the air when you approach.
Mm-hmm.
So, brave adventurers, what would you like to do?
We're going back towards Ooze Town, but I think we're just going to, like... So my vote
Mm-hmm.
is that we go back to that same cave, which has Ooze Town in it, and we don't take the exit for Ooze Town, we take the highway, to the left.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, like they built that bypass around Oostown for a reason.
Yeah, should have taken it.
The
Jack
Ooze,
and
the Ooze Town bypass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Forget it, Jake.
That seems reasonable.
It's Ooze Town.
Forget it.
So what's the plan then? You want to go back to the cave over here and then take a
Yeah.
left?
Yeah. So our plan is to head back there, and then I think head back there, see what the deal is with this fire situation,
Okay.
and then once that's established,
Okay. Well, let's just jump over to the encounter map here long enough to. I just want to get the marching order sorted out and make sure everybody has tokens for when we need them.
Oh, I need adorable tokens for my new cuties.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Leanna was previously let me zoom in so we can all see
The
this.
hench.
The hench person, but she's upgraded. So let's we'll take her out and I'll add a new one. So we need a lady cleric. I just typed her name in the token thing, like someone would have custom made a token for her already.
Yeah, she's a cleric. She's wearing leather armor, has a shield and a mace.
Okay, let's see what I can find for you.
Can Rolf be back at full health now?
Yes, absolutely. Rolf has regained his health.
How much health did he have? Was it 8? Yes.
8. That's a lot. I mean, maybe it really does. I'm just like, whoa, you're so healthy.
These blue dots about. Should I be worried?
Those were for blessings, which are now no longer applicable.
Okay.
Blessings.
We're not going to do blessings before we left. I guess it's too late now.
No, now that the Shadow and Rolf are here, we're not into blessings.
No.
Okay.
Alright, so how about this one for Loonbeam? Do we like that for Loonbeam?
Oh my god. Please cannot be.
Is that a
That's
good
so good.
Loonbeam?
It's
Okay.
like flipping you off or something.
Okay,
You
and
got our money back.
Loonbeam's armor class and Loonbeam's hit points.
Yeah, okay, so she's straight up a sassy elf with like 3 teeth in
Yeah.
her whole mouth.
Apparently.
Or he, sorry. Moonbeam's a dude.
I like that there's an elf row at this point.
Yeah.
Let's see, where can I find? How many hit points does she have?
1. He has 1.
There's 1. Okay.
I rolled them. I rolled a 1.
Okay. Aw, Hawthorne and Loonbeam look awesome. Adorable.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's cute.
The BFFs, you can tell.
Yeah, totally. You can totally tell. Okay, and now we need a Leanna Moneybags. Let's see if there's any good ones.
We can speak Elvish from the third row and just like snark at everybody. And, like,
Yeah.
Hawthorne's already established as incredibly snarky, so I feel like this is going to go well.
See
So
if I
just
can
be
find a,
John and I trying to like one up each other.
see if I can find a good.
My character does something super snarky.
Cleric, eh?
Cleric, eh? Definitely, if this were like third edition or fourth edition D&D, I would be like, or sorry, third or fifth, I would be worshiping some kind of god of greed or money
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. Yeah, like an evil deity of wealth.
But you're only in leather.
Yeah,
Okay.
What's the advantage to that? Just movement.
the advantage of that is money savings because
We had like 2,000 gold. Why didn't we
I
bump?
didn't, I didn't think to use I didn't want to crowdsource my funding.
Okay.
I do. I'm just like, I spent 40 gold. Is that okay? Thank you. There you go. You can see in chat.
Well, this is all before that, Dave. This is before the era of the free market economy where everyone was just spending money. For the
You could
like
just take
adventuring
the
subprime crisis.
Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna pick one for you. Here, this can be our stand-in for our new cleric of chaos.
So spoopy.
Yeah, Leanna has become
Damn, Leanna, you're way creepier now.
she's become a spoopy cleric.
This is my new look.
Yeah, it's not a phase, Mom.
This is who I
I'm
am.
a chaos cleric now. All right, there you go, Leanna.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. All right. All right.
All right, friends. Let's go
Yeah,
die in a
let's
dungeon
put
now.
ourselves in order. Probably we shouldn't have both clerics up there. Unless you really want both clerics to be at the front.
Yeah, where's the front? Which one's the front?
The top.
Wait, the front is the top. Wait, no, this is wrong. I'm moving. I'm out.
Okay,
We're
let's,
all
we need,
facing
we need
the
to
wrong
agree.
way, but we
why don't
always
we? I mean, okay, why don't we treat it like the way the characters are facing is the front?
Okay, great. We'll
Oh
just do that.
god. Oh god. Oh
That,
god.
I can turn everyone around all at once if we need to, but let's just
No, this is
assume.
my spot.
No, it's my spot, Dave.
I'm just gonna stand here to the rest.
everyone just
Wiggle around.
adhere to the seating plan. We made these this way for a reason.
All right.
The fight is in the front. What are you doing?
The trap disarming guy needs to be closer to the front.
What trap disarming guy?
Okay.
The
The
shadow.
Oh,
shadow.
Rolf? The shadow?
The shadow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is how you do it.
Oh, awesome.
Now we have both clerics at the back.
Yeah.
Marching order, everybody. It's you're loving it, right? This is some hot
We
entertainment.
might want
Hot
to
D&D
swap
action.
Leanna if she is only in leather from being at the back.
Yeah.
Or we want tough people out front and back.
Oh, she's tough, but yeah, okay.
There.
Yeah, seems good.
Oh, here we go. There we go. Now I can link here.
I feel like there's a really fun conversation happening in the middle
Yeah.
of the group that Leanna is not part of.
Like where? All right, move. No, you go in the front. Okay. All right. So Chunk and Thistle up front. We got Elf Thief in the back. We got Cleric, Elf, and then okay, perfect. All right. So now that we got that shit sorted out, let's pop back over to the dungeon and we'll see
Yay.
what's going on in
We
there.
should just take a break. That's all we're gonna get done.
Yeah, I hope everybody likes
Oh,
marching
turn around
order.
order. It's over.
Marching order, the game. Well, we can get you to the entrance and let you know what's going on before we do that. Foyers and fell beasts. So, okay. So, you get to the edge of these like wooded area, this like copse of trees. And yeah, you can see that a hasty fire has been lit some time ago. It's now since burned out at the mouth of the cave. So all that shrubbery that was around the mouth has been like burned. There were a bunch of like sticks and debris around it that were used to light the fire. And and then it's done. So like the fire is sort of out now. There's just a lot of like charred wood and smoke coming from that pile there.
So where the oozes were they like trapped somewhere and then you fell in, or did you like awaken them and they could roam about and they might have had to be burned in or something? I imagine the fire system
made them. They like ambushed us.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They lured us in with a really expensive goblet, and then some people felt it was a good idea to go wade into a pool of water where a goblet was, and then oozes.
It's the name of the game,
To
Goblins
be
and
clear,
Goblets.
I turned to my hench person and was like, "Hey, go get that thing."
That's true.
That's true.
I was gonna send an ablative character in.
It did work.
Mm-hmm.
Technically.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
technically everything worked out great. We all did a great job. Good job, team.
Good job indeed.
So
So,
that
Adam, does it look like, can we tell from here, like, the fire was set on the outside, or does it look like it's burned out?
Yeah, it looks like it was intentionally set up outside of the cave. There's a pile of sticks and twigs that were basically like put up around the mouth of the cave and then lit on fire.
Okay.
because it was like semi-barricaded with twigs and sticks and stuff when we got to it, right?
Yeah. But not on
Right.
purpose. It had just grown over when you first got to it. But remember that I said that it actually looked like something had been moving in and out of the cave, but by like crawling under the like burrow, like there were marks on the ground that looked like that had crawled
Claws
under.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, there was a whole bunch of bones broken open with all
Yeah.
the marrow backed out.
Yeah, exactly.
This is probably where all the wolves live.
Yeah, wolves and gray oozes are like natural friends. They're buds.
They both
They're homies.
Yeah.
It's just like the old saying. Yeah.
goes together like a wolf and gray ooze.
Yeah. There you go.
We all know.
Gray oozes are like they're like the little birds on the back of the elephants. They just cling to the back of the wolf as they
Yeah.
Dissolve.
move
That's why
through the
wolves are
world.
so shiny.
Yeah. So,
All right, so I think we may approach the entrance cautiously, but doesn't seem to be anything else going on here at the moment.
Yeah.
no, yeah.
So yeah, I agree.
Hold on.
Oh,
Guys, I'm an elf. Hold on. While we're hanging out at this place, I'm going to Elwin listen.
Milords,
right.
miladies. Okay, so we take a turn to listen.
Success. Elven here.
All right, it's official, Andrew. You're ahead, 1-0 in the elf.
and the elf races.
I like to imagine like Loonbeam's like, shh, listen. Do you hear that? And Haldern's like, no. And Loonbeam's like, yeah, I didn't think so.
I know you didn't. It's not bad.
Okay, so to be able to listen, you have to like make your way a little closer. So you get up closer to the entrance where the sort of debris is. I'll draw some debris for you. Some squiggly debris. That debris is too large. And
No,
you hear. Let's see. I think inside you hear like a faint, like sort of crunching sound, like a little bit of scraping and crunching, maybe like a kind of like a wet noise coming from inside and to the left somewhere. It echoes a lot, so it's hard to pick up where it's coming from exactly, and it's quite quiet. And then that's slightly louder than the dripping of water from the right hand side of the caves. You also notice when you get closer, anyone who speaks Gobblish, you see that in charcoal, there's been some graffiti scratched above the entrance to the cave with an arrow pointing to the cave that says, "Excellent treasure, go inside and get. Be rich!" Exclamation mark.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I don't want to go in this entrance. Too sneaky. There's probably at least one trap.
I mean, that's why you should go first.
I mean, the trap, quote unquote, is a bunch of shit that wants to eat you,
Yeah.
that lives in here.
Yeah. That's eating something wetly with crunching.
Mm-hmm.
like bones and stuff.
So Loonbeam is just like something is eating well in there.
Well, do bones count as treasure? Because if they're hoarding things to eat, then maybe they don't have anything good anyway, and we'd just be fighting. Like, the scraps off people aren't really generally very good.
You don't get good value out of that. Okay, let's go kill the goblins.
I don't feel like the goblins would consider various bodily scraps to be treasure.
Yeah, goblins know enough to know
Goblins
what
know what
actual
treasure
treasure is. Yeah.
They care about that. But yeah, I mean, they might just be like, you should go in here and be killed.
Yeah, I think that's the idea, is like the treasure part is in scare quotes. And
Yeah, there's probably like not anything in there because they would have taken it already. It's just to lure us in there and die, and then we become treasure.
Well, there could definitely be things in there. It's just that there's
I love
some
the
of the
PC.
some of the things are very dangerous monsters that goblins don't want to deal with, but would really like the treasure.
Well, I love the PC-centric viewpoint that all your characters have right now, that they wrote this specifically for you.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they wrote it for people to die. So they want stuff.
'Tis but a goblin jape.
Right, so my thinking is, right, that they want us to go in because they'd expect we'll die, but for it to be a good thing for them for us to die, they would also be able to get to whatever we leave behind.
the goblins are our friends. This is for other people.
Yeah, obviously.
We are friends of the goblin
They
tribe.
get a cut. They get a cut.
Yeah. We gave them some liquor. We participated in their democracy. It's cool.
Yeah.
So let's go murder them, because they aren't expecting it.
I mean, that went to a weird place, but
I mean, cool. So do people really not want to go inside this cave anymore? Do people that drastically change their minds about going in this cave? Because
No, it doesn't affect me. Of course we're going in. I mean, right? Why would we not go in?
I mean, I agree with that. It's just,
well, so
I'm just hearing a couple.
so the caller makes the call, but the party can input. Would you like to go? Should we go down the line? So, Andrew, what would your characters like to do? What did Loonbeam and Leanna think?
Leanna doesn't want to go in the cave again.
Right, Leanna's got
It's
some.
like, we got all the treasure.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
there's nothing more for us in there.
Okay. And how about Loonbeam? What does Loonbeam think?
And Loonbeam's like, well, I hear like some monster eating stuff, so it's a very successful monster, and I'm not keen on that. Let's go.
Okay. So two against Hawthorne and Chunk.
Yeah, well, the other way to go is through the goblins' territory. And we don't really know what the deal is there, but we know that they're not a threat to us right now. And we're here to clear out the Caves of Chaos, so we need to go back and go to the left and see what's over there. That's what we're here to do. I mean, Chunk's probably like, he fights monsters and gets treasure, and it sounds like there's a monster and treasure over here, so that's the direction he wants to go.
Yeah.
That's what he's here to do.
Okay, Dave. What say the Shadow and Rolf?
Yeah, I guess if it's like the only way left to go, then it makes sense to go there. Even if it is like... I don't know. I'm not convinced we'll find anything useful in there, but we might as well, since that's what we do. And it's probably the shadows, and Rolf just wants to kill bad things. That's yeah. God told him to do it one day, make things that aren't lawful more lawful with a hammer.
That's right. The world is but a malleable sheet that needs to be mashed into shape.
Yeah.
Okay. So it sounds like you're leaning towards going in and exploring the rest of this part of the cave. Yeah.
And so the other thing is that, like, honestly, of what we know of the caves so far, there is an ogre cave that we've already cleared out with a secret door. There's the entrance to the goblin's lair, which I'm not I don't think that we actually want to just head on in there right now. I don't. There's a kobold area which we've completely cleared out. There's a thing with orcs,
Yeah, orcs.
which I really don't want to go to right now. There's another cave entrance that might be orcs, but might also be bugbears. And then there's another couple cave entrances we've spotted higher up that we don't know anything about, but we'd have to climb up to anyways. So I feel like we're gonna have to go in somewhere unless we've decided, fuck it, we're not gonna adventure anymore. So if our plan is to continue being adventurers, let's adventure. Like.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm calling it.
All right, so it'll take a turn. It'll take a turn to clear the debris before you can make a clean entrance. So let's fade out on your characters, like getting out their equipment and starting to shovel broken wood and clear this area. So we'll do a quick break and we'll come back and put y'all back into Danger's Way.
Okay.
Stick around.